Hello, welcome back to Helping Hand from OKC. Today here I'm going to show you how to replace my porch light. It burned out on me. It's actually an LED type bulb, so I have to replace the whole thing. It just keep flashing on me. I determined that I do need a new one. The first thing you do want to do, you want to make sure you have the right tools, either a Phillips flathead, and you want your little Bocha snooper to detect your electricity. And the first thing you want to do is kill all power, whether it's at your switch or at your breaker box. This one's going to be at my switch, but we're going to turn it off with my switch, and then I'm going to show you that I don't have power versus when I do have power. So first thing I'm going to do is locate your switch. It's flashing on and off, so that's the switch. I got it off, so that tells me my power is off. And once you get your power off, then you're going to go ahead and disassemble it. This one you take off, it's got screws on the side of it. Most of them got screws on the side or the top. This one has screws on the side. Making everything LED now. I mean, usually you get your porch light go out, you come out and change the bulb and stuff like that. So um, they're making things where you have to buy, you have to spend more money to replace the whole thing instead of just the bulb. These are the screws that's on the side. You're gonna have them on the side or you're gonna have them on the top. Once you disassemble it, there we go. That's what it looks like behind here. You're gonna have a black and a white wire, and you're gonna have this ground cable wire to help mount it to the deal. Now we're gonna take our snooper to make sure, even though I turn off the power inside, we're gonna make sure. See it says green, no power. When I go turn the power on, this light would turn red and it would beep. I'm gonna show you that. See that? It's turning red. That means that's hot. You wouldn't want to work on that while it's hot. Hear that beeping? We're gonna turn it off. You're gonna hear the beeping should stop. There you go. So green is good, red is hot. So we're good. So we can go ahead and take these wires off without shocking ourselves. A lot of these come with a housing that you can bolt on yourself, depending on what type of fixture you're going with. They should come in your kit. We're gonna remove this round wire that holds it up on. And I always remember, because a lot of times they'll mark these, sometimes they're red, sometimes they are red, white, and then you have a green one. And green usually your ground. Uh, Make sure you match your colors up when you go with. And if you cable wire, you're gonna have two nuts, caps. Sometimes they'll be black, sometimes they'll be both be white. So we can go ahead and move this shield. You can use your hand. Here we go. I want you to notice inside this box, white on white and black on black. Go ahead and take them loose. Okay, that's the old unit here. Medium exterior wall lamp. Look over your instructions. Make sure you got all your parts that are there. What all you need: safety glasses, wire strippers, tape. This is what the one looks like. And they give you a package of your nuts and your wire nuts. That's what it looks like. Your little deal here. This draws the plate, the mount plate. You want to install this over this. You should have screw holes here. And we're going to line those screw holes up with it and screw it in. Screws that come with it. You want to take your plate. You're going to hang your plate up crossways like this. And you want to find your screw holes that should be there somewhere. And line up your holes. Make sure that this goes across, because what's it going to do? It's going to fit in here. These holes are already and it's going to go like that. So if you don't have holes that line up, you'd have to drill and make your holes on your plate here for it to line up. You want to sit at center. And I'm going to go with some little tappers that'll just go right into this plate. And you want to center this as center as you can, and then just screw your right into your plate. Like that. There you go. I'll put 3 or 4 of them in. Want to make sure that it comes down. Straight across. I'm going to put these little tappers that they go in the rim of the plate. I don't know if you can see that. I got 2 over there. Put them over here. There you go. Now that you got that up there, it's in there solid, you want to go ahead and they got some nuts on the back side of here. Just to tighten that up to hold this. You can adjust that. Repeat the process. On the back here, you have this is your ground wire. We're going to put that on the ground wire. It's got a green ground wire here that you can put it on. A green screw, just tie it around that. That'll help hold it too, so you're not sitting there holding it. And then there's your ground wire here as well. Your ground wire is going to be solid copper. It will have nothing on it. You have a black one and a white one, but the ground will be just a solid copper. This looks painted, but it's actually a solid. You want to go ahead and install it. Make sure you install your ground wire that's on this, and wrap it around that. And then when you tighten it up, it'll make a good connection. Go around a couple times, like that. And go ahead and tighten that up. And you might want to squeeze. You want to make sure that your ground is making good contact, so when you tighten it, it doesn't flare out. So just take some pliers or something and kind of squeeze it around your screw hole. There we go. Now you don't have to have a drill. You can use a regular screwdriver. Okay, we got our ground. Once you got that, you can see it just hanging. Now you have your white and your black. What I usually do, I just take these and kind of twist them at the end. You can see, because sometimes they be spread it out. You just twist it at the end so it make a good twist. And then put black with black. And then you want to put white with white. You just put them on the end like that. And then just take your cap and just keep turning it until it stops. And then once it stops, I kind of do a pull test on it. You're good. And then I usually take, now that I got everything connected, now I'm going to do a power check. Go ahead and turn the power back on. See that? I know I got power there. So I know I got that connected correctly. So we're gonna turn it back off. Then I just take these and just push them in a hole. Here, sometimes you have to adjust them to where it fit. Push these all in the holes like that. See how much of a bolt I have? So we're gonna have to adjust this screw. So I just need just a little bit showing, because I'm gonna be putting these little bitty lugs on, and it needs to be just a little bit adjusted in, just a little bit, to where it's barely sticking through that hole. So to do that, you just take this little back nut here and just spin this in. Okay, now that you got it, I had to end up cutting these screws off just a little bit because they were a little bit long. Because it was hitting the back plate. So, which is no problem. You just cut them off and then just tighten them up pretty good with your screwdriver. They were a little bit longer than I like, but we got it to work. There we go. That's basically it. You get your light bulb. Another way you can check is if you got power. You just take your snooper, put it inside of here. You should have power. That lets me know this is ready. So all I have to do now is put my bulb in. Helping Hand OKC. That's Helping Hand OKC. Thank you, and please subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye. And some people put the decorating bulb, but I got the LED, the light bulbs, so that save you energy. So that's basically it. It's there. You save yourself probably a good about $225 to have someone to come out and install it for you. You can do it yourself with the basic tools. I had a little issue with the screws coming through, but for the most part, was able to get it. Sometimes you may have to cut off the ends of the screws, but a lot of times it works out perfectly. That's it. Well, I thank you guys for tuning in. For those who hadn't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. You can find me at Helping Hand OKC. That's Helping Hand OKC. I thank you, and please subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.